Hey, what's up, everybody? So this video is all about rim clicks. Part one covers kind of like the basics, plus some tips and tricks, and part two is more for advanced players. But you should check them out both. And don't forget, I'm on Facebook, so go and like my page or add me as a friend there. That's where I post all the updates about what I do, new videos, gigs, drum clinics, what I had for breakfast, everything you want to know. So hopefully see you there. All right, so the basic position of the rim click should be like your hand should be towards somewhere near the center of the drum. You can do this little exercise where you come from all the way from the left with your butt end of the stick touching the rim, and then just move towards the center and listen to the sound it produces. And back. So you probably noticed that starting from here you got a pretty weak sound, and moving towards the center with your hand gives you the really nice thick rim click sound we wanna hear. So your hand somewhere here or slightly to the left, that's fine. Usually if you go towards the right, there's something in the way. Here it's my effect symbols. Quite often, with lots of setups, you got the second tom there. If the toms are really close to here, you might have to turn your hand a little bit. So you move your drumstick down, or if there's a cowbell or something. Okay, so that's your basic position. Some people play like this. You see those three fingers? They're kind of helping to lift the drumstick. I usually don't do that. I try to use, or I'm using this technique because it's the most relaxed technique. So I'm using only the index finger and my thumb to lift up the stick. And notice that the butt end of the stick stays on the drum head. So you're lifting up only the front, the top. And this gives you a good relaxed hand position to work with. It also opens up some possibilities for gimmicks. Quite often I like to use little rolls like this, especially towards the bass drum. That's a fun thing to do. So yeah, definitely that's my favorite position here. All right, so don't play too weak. Like in general, when you play rim clicks, even if you play at a low volume with the entire kit, the rim click sound has to compete with the bigger drums and the bigger sounds on the drum kit, and it also has to match. You can't play groove like this. That sucks, and on stage in the studio, that rim click sound is not gonna cut through. So you need to employ a little bit of force here. That's the way to play. Yeah, so develop a strong rim click sound. Another exercise that's good to practice is dynamics. You don't always want to have exactly the same volume with your rim clicks. So just try to play a consistent string of notes and with crescendo and decrescendo like this. if you happen to use the rim click technique for the very first time, just go through some of the beats you're always playing with the regular snare drum technique, like. You can also try to use dynamics. You know those typical ghost note grooves everybody plays, like this one. Another thing I like to do, especially in a kind of like acoustic setting, is to play the snare drum the regular way with my right hand stick, while the left hand is still placed in a rim click position, so it kind of dampens the sound. So here's one example. That's a pretty cool sound. I like that tight snare drum sound. If it fits the music, of course. Sometimes in certain situations on certain drum kits or whatever, I switch from using the rim on the snare drum to using the rim on the first tom. It produces a different sound. Sometimes it might be the sound you want to hear, and sometimes it's it just, I don't know, like in certain situations, let's say you're going back and forth between the right cymbal and the snare drum with your right hand, and the the rim click stick is kind of in the way. You might want to play rhythms like this, where you have more space. I don't know. I think it's just good for you to know that you can actually produce a decent rim click sound on your tom as well. All right, so sometimes, especially with Latin rhythms, of course, you would play rim clicks and then mix it up with tom strokes, and that means you have to switch between the rim click technique and then a regular stroke technique on toms, and then coming back for rim clicks. The way I usually do it is I strike a tom and then I bring down my hand first, bring down my hand and the butt end of the stick, and then go for a strong rim click. If the tempo is too fast for that, if you don't really have the time to bring down your hand first, you can also try to play a rim click like this. With most tempos, I'm usually good with bringing down the hand first. It kind of it helps with the timing, with the feel, and I'm just a bit more accurate if I touch the drum head first with my hand. So here's one example.